Hello all, Jessica here. I'm going to show you some of the books for reading to help build the reading skills all the way to the kids who love reading the books, love chapter books. We're going to start with our phonics readers. There are so many great phonics readers from Usborne Books. We have here just a few: Underpants for Ants, Llamas in Pajamas, and Raccoon on the Moon. Some of my favorites because the stories are so great and so funny. Underpants for Ants. This one is great. It has all of the kindergarten, some of the first grade sight words in them. So when they're just learning how to read, they can read this part and you can read this part. So you can help your child read with those. I always recommend Ted and Friends and Cow Takes a Bow. It's a combination of the phonics readers. So when you're looking for a good deal, this is what you want. It has 9 phonics readers in this one. So they can read this part, you can read that part. It shows you it has games and puzzles at the end. It tells you the sight words that you're using, the sounds that they need to learn to be able to read these stories. So I love Cow Takes a Bow, and Ted and Friends is on the website if you want to look that one up as well. Once they're good with these, I highly recommend getting my very first reading library for your kindergartners, first graders, to start learning how to read. The first 22 books have dual readers, which means that you read this part up here and then they can read the bigger words. And they go in order from 1 to 15. And it has all the sight words that they need to know, along with puzzles and games at the end to help them build their reading skills. The next set is just books that they can read once they know all those first grade kindergarten sight words. Then they can read the books by themselves. And the last set in purple here are a little bit harder, but still easy enough and big enough words that it makes it easy for them to learn how to read. So I highly recommend my first reading library to start your reading. Once they get into the chapter books, I love Billy V. Brown, and my son, who's in first grade, loves reading Hey Jack. These are just the beginning chapter books, so they have like 3 or 4 chapters in them that they have all the sight words and some words that make it challenging for them, but still easy enough that they don't get frustrated with their reading skills. And there's a look into Billy V. Brown. If you love Judy B. Jones, these are great books for you. Once they are into the chapter books, if you have a kid that loves The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I highly recommend this, Wheel Nuts. It's fun book that they would love. Great chapter books, great illustrations in there as well. Then we have some for the girls. Fairy Ponies is a great chapter book that a lot of girls really love. Along with EJ12 is another great chapter book that they love. Once they get into the older ones, around Wheel Nuts and EJ12 Fairy Ponies, I would recommend from 7 Up. Once about 10 or 11, I recommend Conspiracy 365 and The Last 13. The Last 13 is about a boy who realizes that his dreams come true and he needs to find 12 others to save the world. It's an interesting read and very engaging for them. And then the Conspiracy 365 is also a very popular one. I have March here. They go from January to December for the Conspiracy 365. That one's a fun one as well. The Last 13 has obviously 13 books in there. And those are really fun for ages 10 and up. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment below. And I can help find you a book for your kid if you want. And I'll see you guys later.